Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. It is Monday and it is bestseller day for Michelle Cunningham again.
Again, again,
Again.
again. It is Monday morning. Yesterday was Super Bowl. How many of you guys are hungover and cannot barely get out of bed today? Not me, because I didn't watch.
I was gonna say, did you watch the Super Bowl? Did it go late? I have no idea.
don't
Did
know.
you watch
I
the
have
Super
no
Bowl,
idea.
Michelle?
No, we watched the halftime show. That was the only thing that the kids and I wanted to watch, so that we were into that. My husband with his friends, so they were doing the whole man thing,
They were doing the man thing. Yeah, we actually did watch the first half. Because it's the Super Bowl. It's kind of, big deal.
Yeah.
But it's the only football game I think that I've watched all year. Like I didn't watch any of them leading up to it. And here's how out of it I was. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, is that Tom Brady? Like, and they're like, yeah, he's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. I'm like, totally missed it. Like, totally missed it. Right. I'm like, I thought he was with
who was going to the Super Bowl. I don't watch football, obviously, but I usually watch the Super Bowl. We were gonna have a Super Bowl party, but people started canceling. And my roommate, this is how crazy she is. She's like, they can come over at 6:45, and this is all her friends. Yeah. Like, they can come over at 6:45. I guess kickoff was like at 7. And she goes, but everybody has to leave at 9. And I was like, wait, what if they're playing? Like, guys are not going to want to leave when there's ball playing. I said,
you have to stay till the end. Yeah, you can't.
Right?
You can't.
And I was like, what? You're going to kick them off? I said, why did you even invite them over here? But we ended up not having it. And I'm like just looking at the score. I'm going, okay, well, I guess they're going to win because they were like so far ahead. But I usually watch it, but I guess this year just wasn't the year. I don't know any of the teams, but apparently they won. Tampa Bay won, and so I'm glad because like Tom Brady is such a good person. Like his kid like ran out at the end. It was such a good heartfelt moment. I liked it.
So you watched the end?
No. I seen it on Facebook.
Oh, you saw it on Facebook. Oh, you saw it on Facebook.
Clips. I did not watch it.
She did not watch it. Well, we had our Media Mastery Boot Camp this weekend. We do it 3 times a year, and this was the first one. And a couple weeks ago, Tina said, Angel, your boot camp's on the same day as the Super Bowl. I'm like, nope, didn't know that. Didn't know that, right? Like, just not watching it. But we were done in plenty of time. Okay, so you guys, Michelle, like we want to bring in our fabulous guest, Michelle Cunningham. She has been here many times. Most of our audience already knows her, loves her. She's a regular here. You know her as the best-selling author of Do It Anyway, Girl. We're super excited. Her book came out last month, but today the ebook is being released and it's already sitting in the top 5, like number 5 spot on bestseller list. So every day, darling, you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm a bestseller. How's that feel?
Pretty amazing. I think what's so crazy about it is like, I didn't know, I met you guys, right? And I did not know anything about writing a book. And you were like, yeah, we're international best-selling authors. And I'm like, well, how'd you do that? You guys were like, well, anyone could do it. I'm like, no, no, really? Could I? You guys were like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's the scoop? And you guys gave me the scoop and how many words to write? I was like, okay, open a Google Doc and start writing. And so like, I literally did that. And I wrote it in 4 days. Then I hired a really good editor to make sure it was zhuzhed up and perfect. I didn't want to put garbage out there. She's like, you use the word and a lot.
I use the word so a lot.
So, okay. Yeah. I guess I start every sentence with and I'm like, yeah, because, and is the next thing. So she goes, so we had to fix that. And you put double spaces between each sentence. You only need 1 space. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that rule. So she zhuzhed it up. And then I knew that what the important thing was to get a really good cover, right? Like don't chintz on your cover. So I went on 99 Designs and I hired, I got the cheapest package because I'm like, let's see what, they were like the 700 or the 300.
Yeah, like $300.
It was pretty solid, right?
Right. I in fact, the same guy who created your cover created my cover.
He's great. Ryan.
His name was Ryan.
And I was a very back and forth, but I had so many people that competed to give me the cover. And then I was like, okay, I like this flow. And I just wanted it to look like feminine and cute and professional, like, and all these rules. And then I picked him and then he just did up and did I didn't know they do the spine. Like these are things I learned. Like, oh, you need a spine design and you need a back cover design. Like those are all things you just duh. But like I didn't know any of this. And you know, so I don't know when I met you guys, but what are we talking like October? Maybe a little bit before then?
In September when
okay.
you and I started talking.
Yeah.
And I told you that I was an international bestseller with my first book. And
Yeah.
you're like, what? And I'm like, actually, anybody could do this. You just need to have the right people, which you hired, you know, Angel and I to help you. It's just those tips, you know, anybody can do it. Yes, anyone can do it, but it takes that person to say, you know what, it gives you those steps. Yeah. And you took those steps and you kind of like ran with it.
You did. I mean, you absolutely ran with it.
I told you like 30 days and like Monday, you're like, okay, I'm done. We're like, wait, what? Wait, no, this is her exact words. Is 28,000 okay?
I was worried I broke a like book writing rule. I went too many words. And I was like, I thought there was like a format, like a template. I had to hit 25,000 words.
But I remember you were like, I don't have content. We were like, yes, you do. Your scripts that you tell, your this that you tell. And I remember I was reading a book and you called about something and I was like, you know what? You remember me telling you this, I said, you should put key takeaways at the end of every chapter. Because this lady had key takeaways.
I don't remember you telling me that, but I was like, I don't know why I did that. Was that a you thing?
Because I did that in my book too. And everybody loves that part because
they did, yeah.
Kind of like a review. You're like, okay, kind of like in your textbook. You remember back in the day when you were in elementary school, you had to read the chapter. And at the end of the chapter, you got these key takeaways or the review. And then you got the questions that you had to answer.
Yeah.
That was like that. And you get the little key takeaways and those things that you're like, you know what? Those are the ones I need to take away from this chapter.
Yeah, totally.
So Michelle, go ahead.
And I was going to say, so I didn't know, like after you get it edited, then you got to get someone to kind of format it. Like I know you can do it on yourself, but I wanted it to be like really cute. Right. So I hired a formatter that's what she does for a living, which is kind of crazy. But she formatted and put the key takeaways in like a gray box and then put my favorite font is Moontime. I use it all the time on Canva. So she made sure to incorporate Moontime in my titles so that it has kind of a feminine appeal. So like those are all things I didn't think. I'm like, you just write a book and it'll just like come together. But then you're like, oh, edit it and then format it and then load it.
There's a lot of moving parts.
There is, yeah.
Right? But once you know it, right? Once you know the formula and you follow it, you're like, okay, right? I can absolutely do this again. Totally. Michelle, you at the very beginning, you started writing it. You're like, you were inspired, you took action. You're like, I'm gonna do this. You checked yourself into a hotel and wrote it in 4 days. How what were some of the how did you decide what am I going to share and where did some of these favorite stories, because these are adorable, like these stories and your journey, what came out of it for you to say, this is what I want to put in the book?
You know, I think what's really easy about writing a book and the ability to write it in 4 days is when it's nothing that I had to research, right? This is all just my basic knowledge of my story and things that happened in my life that shaped my future. And so the mean cleat chick girl who made fun of my Kmart ripped cleats because I was so poor, that's kind of a relatable story. We all knew that mean girl in high school, but it's kind of fun to put it down in a storybook. And that's what made it so easy to write, because it was kind of the chronological story of my life. And I did this and then I felt insecure and then I did this and I felt powerful. And so just telling that journey. So it became easy as I was writing it. I'm now at age 18. Okay. Now we're at 22. Now we're at 30. And what was really cute about it is my son, who's 8 years old, it's his birthday today. He just turned 9. He was sitting down, he was reading this. He's like, Mom, I never knew this. I didn't know you went to college there. Mom, I didn't. He's like, Mom, quiet, I'm reading your book. And it was so cute. He was into the stories. He's like, where's the mean cleat chick now, Mom? We should call her. And I'm like, well, we don't, I don't know her. I don't know who it was, but just so precious to me that maybe every parent should do that we should write a book that kind of has our story. Mm-hmm. If not for the income or any of that, it's for our families, to have a legacy to pass on to our kids. And so that was one of those things I didn't really expect. Never thought my son would pick up my pink book and be so into it, but super cute.
It is
It's
very
super cute.
humbling. I sent my book to all 3 of my boys. Actually, 2 of my boys bought my book. They're like, Mom, I bought your book off of Amazon. I'm like, I could have sent you one. They're like, no, I wanted to support you. And the first thing they did, of course, because they look in the back of the book for the dedication, and they go, Mom, why'd you put that in the book? Now you just made me cry.
Yeah, it's so
but
cute.
you know, they do. They read those stories. Like my first chapter is about my life, you know, and they read those stories, and they're like, oh, Mom, I didn't. Dang, Mom, I didn't know that you did that, and you know, you went through that. And it's those struggles that make us who we are today. It's those insecure times, those trials, you know, that make us who we are, and that make us, you know, relatable, because everyone has those struggles and those days. I mean, even now, the top people in the world, the top network marketers who make all this money, they still have those struggles. They still have those doubts. You know, it's never like I got this every single day.
Yeah. Yep. It's so true. So true.
And I love the title. Let's talk about how you came up with the title, Michelle, because it is, I mean, it's snappy, it's sticky, and you truly are. Like I was seeing something, I'm like, you are the do it anyways. Like I didn't have to know exactly how. I just went and did it. I put myself here, I've done this. And even a lot of the stories, I mean, was this a phrase you always used? Are you known for that? Let's talk about the title.
Yeah. So, you know, what's interesting is I was trying to come up with the title, and I love unicorns, and I love like some kind of cheesy things that maybe not everyone would relate to. Right. And so there was an element of me that's like, we'll call it like the unicorn book. And they're like, well,
I remember
right.
comments that people were like, and I was like, yeah, well, you don't want to be like a unicorn on the
yeah.
book.
And right. So it was, then I was like, well, what about like chick, you know, chick. And then, but so what was interesting is my buddy, Justice Egan, he's an incredible internet marketer. He saw the conversation going on Facebook, and he's like, hey, you know, just as a friend, like for free, if you want to hop on a quick call. And I'm like, shut up. Justice Egan's going to talk to me. Like, cause I really respect him, and I bought some of his courses, and he's a genius copywriter. He's a genius when it comes to internet marketing. I really trust anything he says. And so I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm free whenever, Justice. Right. So we jump on a call, and he's like, so just talk. He's just so like, he's just a really cool dude. If you don't follow him, Justice, and his last name is Eagan. But he's kind of like, he's got that like surfer dude vibe. And he's like, so yeah, let's talk through it. Right. And so,
dude, what do you usually say every day to like your clients?
Yeah, he just like super like chill. And so I was like, well, you know, I don't know. I'm always like, I like unicorns, I like chicks. And he's like, all right, well, maybe that doesn't resonate with all women. You know, maybe not every woman thinks she's a chick or doesn't think she's a unicorn. But, you know, what else do you say? I'm like, well, I always say successful women feel the fear and do it anyway, because that was like the thing that someone taught me that.
Like, wait, what did you just say?
Yeah, right. This was like 30 minutes into our call. He's like, what if you just said like, do it anyway, girl? And I was like, girl, do it anyway, girl. I'm like, well, does everyone resonate with girl? And then we're like, Rachel Hollis uses girl. Like girl is like, everyone is a girl. Yeah. Right? Like you feel like a girl. We think of girls as like younger, but like we all resonate with girl. It's not weird like unicorn or chick. So I'm like, do it anyway, girl. He's like, think about it. I'm like, no, I don't have to think about it, Justice. That's it. Like, I'm good. Like that. Thank you. That is the title. And he's like, no, I would really like
mic drop.
Yeah. He's like, think about it. I'm like, no, I'm not thinking about it. We're done. Thank you. You know? And so so do it anyway, girl, was kind of like, that's how it came together. And it is kind of just that it's the idea, right? You guys said you were international bestselling authors. I'm like, well, shoot, if anyone can do it, I'm anyone. Why don't we just do this? And I didn't know all the pieces. I just knew if you first write it, then you're going to be like, now what? Then it was like, now I have this thing. Now what do we do with it? Okay, go here. Okay, editor. Okay, now go to the lady that formats it. Now get the book guy and then load it onto Amazon. This is not rocket science, right? But it's so cool to have met you guys, because I would not have written a book. Everyone's like, you could write a book. I'm like, I don't even know where to start, right? And you guys were like, just start here, just start writing, right? And so it was just really solid. Like,
but you have such a trials to triumph story, and so many women resonate with that, you know. And I know I do with my trials, and that I have turned into those triumphs, you know. But you really did. You were raised by a single mom, and you know, you took a low income kind of family, and now look where you are today.
Yeah, it's
you
just
didn't
really
let
crazy.
nothing stop in your way, you know. Nothing, not even the mean cleat chick, you know, I think which should be your next book, you know, Take That Mean Cleat Chick.
We gotta find her. If we could only meet her, be like, you were
Right?
not nice.
We should have her on the show. We'll have
Yeah.
to get our investigators to find this mean cleat chick. If you're out there and you're watching Mean Cleat Chick, you're going to come on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, and we are going to do a surprise for.
Right, but here's the thing, like when you meet somebody later on in your life that, or you know, you go back and you say like this, you impacted me this way. Like, they're like, I don't even remember that. Like
Right?
for her, like even if she
Yeah.
was listening to this show, if she was like listening today, and it was her,
Like,
like,
that wasn't her. That wasn't me who did
yeah,
that.
I like she probably doesn't even remember it. Like we carry sometimes some of the things that people say, the comments they make, and we carry them, and they're like, I one, I don't remember saying that. Two, I probably didn't even mean that. I was probably, you know, laughing at something else. Like they just
Right?
don't even.
Yeah.
They're not putting nearly the
But
energy.
it's those
into
words, you know, that you take with you forever. Like with Michelle, it was those words. You know, she said one sentence and it changed Michelle's whole entire life. Like she's never going to forget that.
Mhm.
And this mean cleat chick, you got to say that very slowly.
You gotta say it very slowly. But these obstacles become our momentum.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And look at how it is not only fueling, and it became a very powerful story. Now, Michelle, even, you know, people are responding and relating to that. I saw you type up something. You're like, I'm signing books, I'm autographing books, but mean cleat chick girl doesn't get one. And it becomes a part of that, something that people can I don't know, get on board with. And
Well, Angel,
be
you
a part of
know,
that tribe.
funny you said that because I was watching Michelle on one of her lives, and Brady being her business manager and the bright kid that he is, he was like, Mom, I think we should send her one. And I was like, oh man.
Kids are so
Yeah,
sweet.
he's so
Kids
funny.
are so sweet. Well, Michelle, when you're not writing best-selling books and becoming best-selling authors, how's the move? I know you guys have been in a transition, and are you still in between?
I'm in an Airbnb, so we're officially becoming real nomads. So we've been living the nomad life since November, because we bought a new home in North Carolina. It's the model home, and they have to use it, and then when they're done with it, we can move in, and that's an undetermined amount of time. So our lease is up February 14th. We have a 2-bedroom apartment in Ohio that we like moved from our house into, and we decided when it got cold, like we don't really want to be here, and then like coronavirus and COVID, like we're all packed in with people in this apartment complex, like let's go to Florida. So we came down here, and we've been Airbnb hopping, but our lease ends there on Valentine's Day. So February 14th, we officially become nomads. And I don't ever say homeless, because homeless is a whole different story, right? But I'm a nomad, meaning we just jump around from home to home. So that's what we are doing.
Jumping around Airbnbs in Orlando for 2.5 months now, or 3 months.
Since November.
Every time I turn around, you're changing Airbnbs because something has happened.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good luck. We're like, the last one we were in, Airbnb's like, you must leave today. And we're like, why? They're like, because your host has done something bad. And I'm like, do I have to leave right now? And they're like, we will give you $2,800 to leave right now. I'm like, all right, I can be bought. Yeah, sure. So they gave us money. It was the weirdest thing.
$2,800 to leave.
$2,800 to exit this house. I'm like, kids, get in the car. We are moving.
Grab everything. Get in, we're out. What an adventure for the kids. Like,
It
you
was
know,
so
like,
funny.
okay, we're fast. Wow.
They find these amazing Airbnbs that have like, you know, I mean, it was amazing. Like she's sitting there going through, this is our game room. Who wouldn't want to live that lifestyle?
Yeah, this house is 6 bedrooms with a movie theater, a pool, a hot tub, and there's palm trees floating right over there. And I'm like, honey, and my husband's like, we don't need to go back, right? I'm like, no, we don't. We need to stay here. So we're completely both on board. We're like, how do we not go back to Ohio? Because it's negative. It was 9 last night in Ohio, 9. Okay. And it's 75 here. You're like, no. So anyway, but our house people, they're done using it. This is the craziest thing. And they're like, but now we need it for our construction crews. I'm like, what so they're like, maybe April, maybe May, not sure, could be later. We're like, thanks, helpful. So, and then we're like, fine. We knew that getting into it. We knew when we actually owned the house. We bought it in August. We knew that was going to be a thing. So we're just going to be nomads. And I've learned to homeschool, not maybe the best, but I'm My theory is
they go on a field trip practically every day.
yeah, we're a big field trip family. We are learning about the world.
You know
We
what,
go to science
today?
center.
I think field trip.
Signed my son up with a Minecraft teacher. He was just on with his Minecraft teacher. I'm like, that's right. My son is getting good at video games. So yeah, we're learning. We're following this thing online, and I feel like they're sort of getting schooling. But I guess my theory is how much damage can I do in the next few days or few months that we're
How much
no
damage to your kids?
Michelle, you were one of those that inspired me when
Say hi, Bubba.
we lived in our house in Denver. We lived in the same house for 21 years. We'd raised our kids there. They went, elementary school, middle school, high school, but they had moved out. Like the girls had been out and living in Florida. And here we were getting ready to go into a winter. And I have another client, Molly, and she had made the comment. She's like, Angel, I just can't winter in Colorado. I just don't want to.
Yeah, it's bad.
And then here comes Michelle talking about leaving Ohio's winters. And there were like all these little pieces of just little like nuances. And so one day I was out having coffee with somebody who's buying an RV. And he says,
Cool.
Angel, you can build your business from anywhere. You should get an RV. It's kind of what he was trying to convince me of. And I came home and I told Jay, I'm like, I think I'm ready to move. And, Michelle did it. Molly's talking about it. They're buying an RV. And it was
several of our guests at that time were selling their house and moving. Like out of a house that they've been in for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, Michelle was our first one, and then somebody else said it, and then somebody else said it. And we were like, what is going on? Like everybody's using this pandemic to pick up and move. And
then we ended up on that trip to Florida, random, I thought. And saw this open house on the way back to the airport, just killing time on the way back to the airport. That was back in September. And do you know what I'm doing today? Ask me if we can meet today.
Yeah, I asked her, I said, Angel, you have a couple minutes after the show? She's like, no. And I was like,
why? Ask me why.
I said, why? And this is what she said.
I'm buying my house today. We're closing on the house today.
Wait, hold on. I have another question. So when are you moving in?
Today.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Where's all your stuff?
At 12:30, we should be done by 4. At 4 o'clock, my stuff is moving.
Yeah, our stuff is being delivered because we put all of our stuff in pods. Michelle, we sold all of our furniture in Colorado, but put all of our stuff in pods. And so it's been in storage.
Same with us.
Yeah, it's being delivered today at 4 o'clock to the
my
house.
gosh.
So tomorrow on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, Angel will be coming to you live from her
new house.
Dream house.
Congratulations. That's so exciting.
But Michelle, I wanted you to know, and I think I've told you this before. I mean, you are an inspiring woman, mom, influencer, businesswoman. And, the fact when you said, I want to write a book and you came to us and I'm like, I get to help this woman get her story out into the world because the impact that you make, and you've gone on live. And I remember like everybody's waiting for this book to come out and I'm like, when is it? And you're like, it's coming, but it's, I want it to be beautiful. And so you took the extra steps, right, for the formatting and to find that right client or the cover and to find the right title. And then when you finally did publish, like instantly, the book was an instant bestseller. Like within 6 hours, I interviewed somebody last week and his book came out a few months ago. He's like, Angel, it hit the bestseller list last week. I'm like, that's very exciting, right? But Michelle's hit it in 6 hours. So, and then this morning, her book released on ebook, and it's already a bestseller. And so if you don't have Do It Anyway, Girl, go and grab Do It Anyway, Girl, both on paperback and now available on ebook today.
And there are some very inspiring stories in here. I remember when she first sent it to us. We were on a Google Drive thing, and I'm sitting there reading and I'm laughing at the stories because like you can relate to these stories. Everyone knows that mean girl in their life, that time where they thought that they didn't do nothing, that time where the mom goes, what are you doing? People pay you for that?
Totally. And it was, I forget what I was going to say. I always get so into people when they're talking. I forget what I'm like, my thing doesn't matter. I like what they're saying. I forget what I was going to say. That's okay. We'll skip it. Apparently wasn't important.
You're such a decision maker, Michelle. Like, and I think that is an amazing skill. Like, even when he said, marinate. Now I've told this to my clients. Think about it, let it sit, make sure. And you're like, no, I know this is what it's going to be. This is what we're going to do. You are a decision maker. Have you always been that way?
Yeah. I think, yes. I mean, I've always been, I kind of know what I want, right? So when I make a decision, I just get things done. I'm definitely a D personality, probably with a healthy mix. If you follow the DISC personalities, Ds are very direct and driven, and they know what they want. Is are a little more fluffy and like gifts. S's love family and like quality time, and C's ask a ton of questions. And I'm, depending on what it is, I can be a mix of all of those. But when I make a decision, my dominant D comes out, where I'm just like, boom, okay, I don't even need to. Can you just stop talking? So you just answer the one question, and I can move on. Thank you. Okay, goodbye. Like I can be very direct like
you
that.
You are like that. We were on phone. She's like, okay,
yeah.
I have this question. Okay, now this question. Now this question. And it's like rapid fire. I'm like, okay, all right.
Okay. That's how my brain is like, almost like I don't know why I do that, but I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I just need this, and then I'm done. We don't need any more fluff. I don't need any more details. Like, I know you got a story, but I don't have time. Which is kind of funny. And I was listening to this girl named.
Funny because when we got on the phone, Angel, I don't really know if you remember when we got on the phone with her, we were telling her everything that we offer. And she goes, okay, you don't need to tell me no more. You don't need to sell me on anything else. I'm already sold. We kind of stopped and we were like, because usually people ask more questions, right? Like people ask questions.
Yeah. And I was listening to Jessie Lee Ward, who's a top network marketer last night. It was just, it was interesting to hear her. She's like, I really don't even like when people leave me voice messages. I just want to get to the point. Send me a quick text. What's the question? Let's move on. She goes, I don't have time for this. And I was like, oh, good. Maybe I'm not, I tried to soften that up because I like to be super kind. I love to be with people, but I'm also like, dude, I'm trying to get stuff done. Like, I got to move. So,
this is asking where I got my earrings. So my friend April sells paparazzi, and she sent me these earrings this weekend. I thought they'd be perfect for Valentine's Day. Aren't they just gorge?
They're so cute. Is that April? I know an April that sells paparazzi.
It is April.
It's the same one. Yeah. Oh so my gosh.
She sends me little things. I got a huge package. I think I bought like 2 little things from her. And she sent me the Tina necklace for my birthday. And it's a bling, bling, bling type of necklace. Let me tell you. I was like, if that doesn't say Tina, I have no idea.
Yeah, and look at Tina's nails. She's all Valentine's stuff.
I know, she looks so cute. I haven't gone. You can tell I'm like a nomad. I don't even have any nails on.
I have my Valentine's nails.
I don't have. My nails are icky. My lashes are gone.
Your nails look good, Angel. You can't tell on a live.
Yeah, from here. Thank goodness for Zoom. Zoom is very friendly.
Those look like you just got them done.
Good for your complexion too, because all you have to do is hit that little filter and push it all the way to the right, and we're like flawless skin.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
And then you get on your phone and you're like.
Well, the lights, right? We've got the lights and it's camera. So
and I was on StreamYard last week with Kim Bassett. I was doing an interview and I was like, oh, is that how I look? On StreamYard and on Zoom, you look completely different.
Do you have an iPhone, Michelle, or do you have an
iPhone?
You have an iPhone? So Tina's old phone, she has an iPhone now. But her old phone had like this porcelain doll filter for every picture. Like we would be at events and she's taking pictures. I'm looking at it. I'm like, did you I don't look like, how did you make me look like that? And now she's got her new phone. She's like, I don't.
I'm like, I don't like this phone.
Well, I discovered Facetune. Facetune is really cool. So that's for photos. Facetune, and then there's Facetune video. So when I need to launch Facebook ads or make a quick creative, I film it and then I upload the video into Facetune video, and I can whiten my teeth and just soften my face, and we're talking like I look like $1 million.
Love that.
So is that a free app on Apple?
I think Facetune might be. I think for the video, I had to upgrade just to get longer videos or something. So I don't remember what it was, but knowing me, I wouldn't have spent more than like $60 for the year or $60 for lifetime access. So, but to me, it was kind of worth it to just, you know, if what's important to us is to get more attention online, and sometimes if someone has white teeth, you click on them, and right. And so if we're looking for just someone to take action, sometimes just that little filter can make all the difference in someone taking action or not taking action on what you're putting out there. So to me, it was worth the investment. Like, hey, if someone thinks,
I think as women, we're so hard on ourselves too, you know, like,
yeah,
like, you know, I have this thing, like, I'm like, because you know, I have this unique feature about me, and there's only 1% of Americans that have it. And it's a person who has one dimple. And I have one dimple. Look.
I think I don't have a lot. I have a minor dimple.
I have a wrinkle. I'm starting to look like a dimple these days.
Like, somebody told me this the other day. They're, you know, well, somebody told me this a couple years ago. They're like, you know, you only have one dimple. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, you only have one dimple. And I was like, oh.
It's a unicorn.
And I was like,
oh, very unique.
I'm a unique unicorn. But we have to take a quick commercial break really quickly.
And then we're going to come back and we can talk about video, because Michelle is the queen of video, right? And I just love that. So let me come to our nice little morning show banner to say thank you to our sponsors of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. The Zandra TV network, digitally streamed on 7 digital streaming platforms: Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, more. She's adding more all the time. She is the leader in digital streaming platforms. So check out Zandra TV network. If you've got a podcast, a YouTube channel, and you've ever thought about hosting your own TV show, schedule a discovery call by going to beonztv.com, beonztv.com. And Sonic VA, our video assistant, right? If you're going to be putting out videos, you're going to create videos, it's nice to have a video assistant. Somebody who's going to go take that raw footage and edit it and streamline it and put the graphics and do the edits and the cuts and the uploads and everything to make it more popular and more awesome over on YouTube. Connect with Sonic VA as your video assistant by going to sonicva.com/video. And when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, they're going to give you a 10% discount off your first 5 videos. Not your first one, but your first 5 videos. sonicva.com/video. And Bliss by the Lake is our clothing sponsor. Go and add a little bliss to your closet by following Bliss by the Lake Boutique on social media. They do fashion shows, trunk shows every single week, and they're always getting in fresh new inventory. And they ship all over the globe. Thank you, Zandra TV Network, Sonic VA, and Bliss by the Lake Boutique for sponsoring the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Thank you to Michelle Cunningham, our Do It Anyway girl, our best-selling author, for being our guest today. What a fabulous way to start our week.
Well, let's talk video, because this is what Michelle is known for, is all her videos. She has taken YouTube to the next level. All of her videos, I'm sitting there like binge watching them when I was totally fangirling on her a couple months ago, but still fangirling. But a couple months ago, I was like binge watching all of her things. I was like, oh my God, her videos are amazing. And then I find out that she did them herself. Like, I'm like, you edited all these videos. Yeah, you just do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. And I'm like,
kind of like when we say you can publish a book and become a best-selling author, you're like, you do this, this, and this, but the rest of the world is going, whoa, wait, how, who, how? And you're like,
what did you just hit?
Which is funny that you bring that up today, because I've been getting a lot of questions like, do you have like a simple way to make videos? And truth be told, like, there is a simple way to make videos. You know, I learned how to edit in iMovie, and for people on Windows computers, I recommend Filmora, Filmora. But if you're like, man, I don't really want to edit, I just kind of want to put together some quick little shots that I then piece together, which is a really simple filming format. I actually have a new YouTube video that comes out today where I was just like screwing around last week, and I had my phone in the kitchen, and I was like cooking dinner. I'm like, I'll just film a video right now, like super random, like totally on the fly. And so I just filmed this quick video, and then I pulled it into my app in my phone, and I actually share with you how I created that particular video. And so just using the apps on my phone. So I show you, hey, if you don't look that hot, here's the first app, Facetune Video, right? Pop it in, little
Instead
soften.
of going and spending $10,000 on plastic surgery, you just pop yourself right into Facetune.
Facetune Video kicks you up a notch. So I threw myself in there. So I show you, like, see, my teeth are a little whiter, not psychotically white. There's a level of like too white, and then there's like human white. So I show you how to make them look human white, like you got them brightened, but not over the top, sparkling like a, super white marshmallow. And then I show them how to take it into, I think in that one I used We Video to piece together several little clips. And then from there, you can add music to it. And I think in that one I used Video Shop, I think at the end to add music. So it's just like 3 apps. You can get crazy with the different apps you move the video back and forth into, but just those 3, Facetune Video, We Video to piece it together, and then you can throw some music in Video Shop. I think you actually could just edit it piece it together in Video Shop. So it could just be Facetune and Video Shop could be your 2 things, and pretty simple to do. And so that video comes out today on my YouTube channel, which is, if you look up Michelle Cunningham on YouTube, it'll pop up, or Direct Sales Michelle. But we were just uploading the thumbnail to that, so it should be released in the next hour or so. So simple video, which is funny that you brought that up, because
we just brought it up, and there she is right on top of it. Like, do it anyways. Like, here, I'm just going to do it. And you put together, you've got some amazing programs and for helping people to use Canva, and what do we need in our marketing toolbox, and your videos are super fun. So of course, follow her on YouTube. Give us a couple of tips. Like, somebody today is like, I just don't even know, like, what should I be focusing on if I'm going to go out and start leveraging video, create a better presence online, an even bigger presence online. What are some tips that you would say to them, Michelle?
Yeah, I probably would say this. Number one, that YouTube is a really safe place if you are insecure about being on camera. Like, when I first started, I did not have the confidence to do something like Periscope, which was what it was back then.
I remember
Periscope. A few years ago, Periscope,
that quickly diminished.
Yeah, that was here and gone. But I remember the first time I went live on Periscope, it was when my son was like 2 or 3. And like, I went live, and I was so scared to go live. So I'm like, I don't even know who's watching. And I went live, and my son came into the room, and like, for the first time in his whole life, he's learned the word shut up. And he rapid fire says shut up while I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm like, well, he doesn't say that. This is weird. I should be mad at him, but he doesn't say that. It's kind of a cute moment. But why is he saying, oh my God, I'm live, I'm dying. And I shut it off, and then I'm trying to delete it. And I'm like, where did you even learn that? Like, what is happening? And I delete the video, and I was so mortified by that I'm like, no, I'm not doing live video. And it was a good 3 years before I recovered from that incident. But I knew that YouTube was so safe because right, I had post-traumatic stress. So, but what's so good about YouTube is I could film a video. Kid would start screaming, kid would throw poop on the wall, kid would be crazy, and I would edit that garbage out, right? Or if I said something that sounded dumb, I could edit, and then I put together these little videos that made me look, people are like, you're so well spoken. I'm like, not in real life, but on YouTube, I sure am.
So let me tell you, when you put out your blooper videos, when you did your Christmas,
yes,
video,
oh yeah,
and then you put out the bloopers, I was dying, and you got more hits on your blooper video than you did your regular video. Why? Because people want to see people screwing up.
Oh,
she
yes.
Was amazing. Like, you had the green screen. She's like, okay, no, wait, over here. What does my hair look like that? Oh my God. What? Okay, let me see. Okay, video. Okay, no. Let me go to the left. Okay, yeah, let me do this one. Oh, what did I say? And then you can hear Brady say that. Say this. You're like, okay. I was dying. I'm sitting there just cracking up, but it was the most funniest thing ever. Like, you're falling down with your presents, and you get back up. And then you see the final thing, and you're like, wow, that turned out really good.
It's crazy.
So creative. You are so creative. But Michelle, you have to tell the first video that you have posted online isn't it your holiday basket?
A Halloween basket.
Halloween
oh
thing?
yeah. Yeah. So when I first started my YouTube journey, I like got inspired by following this girl named Alejandra Costella. She has the most organized home in America. So if you Google that on YouTube, it will pop up. And she has over 1 million video views, and it has made her a multi-million-dollar brand. And I remember watching these videos and being like, stop it. This girl built a brand on organizing. Like, that's crazy. And she would be like, she'd like wake up and be like, guys, I'm sorry, I didn't even put makeup on, but I'm so excited about organizing my drawer right now. I just had to film this. And I'm like, this is crazy. But also to me, I was like, she has built a multi-million-dollar brand on organizing drawers. Like, this is stupid. And I was like, I can do stupid things. Like, I could do this, right? And so I remember that day, I'm like, all right, okay. And I remember buying her course because I did need to get my life organized. And then I was like, shoot, I could learn this. You know, Ray Higdon teaches invest in things, learn them, and then teach them to others. So I'm like, okay, now I know how to get organized. I could teach other people. Hey, Hot Mess Express over here. Let me show you how to get organized. So I make my first channel and I buy a logo, sheIsOrganized.com. I ordered my logo on 99 Design. This is before I knew that you could go to Fiverr and pay like $5 for a logo. FIVERR.com. Don't spend more than $5 to $10 on your logo. But either way, I spend, I don't know, $299 on my She Is Organized logo. I start my brand. Yeah, I'm so clueless about the whole thing. And I start making videos. I get a little intro, outro, and I'm going to show you how to get organized. And I make a basket. I'm not crafty, and I'm not good at organizing. So that's what's ironic about the channel. The YouTube channel, I launched my first video, and it's I'm going to show you how to create an amazing Halloween basket. And it literally is the stupidest video. You got to go on YouTube and look up She Is Organized, and you'll see the stupid video I made. And I'm there with a craft basket, acting like I'm crafty, but I'm not. But yeah, I was just testing out the whole thing. So I got my stupid.
Like cost you like $2 to make.
It was the stupidest thing. I took a basket and I was like, if you need a Halloween basket, just take a basket and put black and orange tissue paper and then put the candy inside. What's so clever about this idea is at Christmas, all you have to do is simply switch out to green and red. When Valentine's Day comes around, do a little pink and like seriously, it's so dumb. But I'm like, maybe someone will think this is a good idea.
Thought it was a good
But people thought it was a good idea. That's what's so stupid about it. And that's the point. The second you teach someone something they don't already know, they look to you as an expert. And that channel that I only put 6 videos on, and then I quit because I hated making organizing videos, got over 900 followers. It got thousands of views. I mean, some of the videos got 4,000, 5,000 views on a stupid channel. And so if you're like, but how'd you get those followers? I'm like, no, I don't know. I just put the stupid video out there, gave it a title people would search for, and they found it. I don't know anything about search engine optimization or keywords or any of that jazz. I just put the video out there and strangers found it. And so when you're scared, I don't want to go live on Facebook, people might see me, go to YouTube because it's all strangers. And there's something safer about a stranger than someone you know if you're an introvert like me. So that began my journey. And then I quit that channel. I was like, I actually like to talk about, business, network marketing. And that became my real channel. But a point that anybody
did it anyways, right? It
You do
was,
it anyway.
okay, I started, you did teach. There were people who didn't know that. And you tapped into that, Michelle. When you teach something something they don't already know, of course they're going to follow you. You're a genius. It was simple. You look back on it now and think, okay, that was just like so long ago and so basic because you've come so far. And now you are like the queen of the most amazing videos. They're darling, they're charming, they're fun to binge watch.
If you think about it, like how many people went and did that? Like how many people went and bought red and black tissue paper and all these other colored tissue papers so they can have this simple, cheap basket that they can put on their coffee table?
Right. Yeah. Change it up seasonally for really cheap.
Okay, so Michelle, what exciting projects do you have working on? How do you want people to plug in, and what's coming up next for you?
So my book is doitanywaygirl.com. And I also right now have a book launch club. So if you're part of my book launch club, you get to come into the Facebook group, and I give away signed copies every day inside that group. And so doitanywaygirl.com will get you into that if you want to be part of the book launch and be part of kind of the inner circle, which has been really fun. And other fun things that I'm working on. Gosh, I have so many things that I'm working on. I am going to write another book. I'm started to write it already. But it's basically going to be called You Are a $1 Million Brand, teaching people just how to be authentic, be yourself, and build $1 million brand, which I honestly believe anybody can do when you just show up consistently and serve. So And if you want my free office organizational guide, even though I hate organizing, I made a really good one.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, this office organization, I was like, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, like my Amazon. So this weekend, I literally just went on Facebook Live and told everybody that this weekend I've been watching TikTok all freaking weekend long. I am an addict. My name is Tina and I'm a TikTok addict because I am watching TikTok all the time. And then you'll get all these funny ones and then you'll be like, Amazon finds number 18. Oh, so this little cute thing on Amazon, because it's pink, it's a little room humidifier, and for only $8.99, you can grab it. Click on my link in the bio. So what do? I buy the little pink room humidifier because it's so cute.
It's so cute. It makes it like humid in the room. That's a good idea. I need that.
And look what it does to our skin when it's humid.
Right? And you can put essentials oils in it too.
Oh.
And so of course, anything pink, Tina Torres buys.
Of course,
and
like me.
I'm like, add to cart, add to cart. I'm like, oh my God, I'm with Michelle Cunningham all over again. Because her whole office organization was so on point. Like, get the ring light, get this, get all. And of course, it's pink and white. I'm pink and white. And so I have all my office organization stuff because of freaking Michelle. So be careful, because you got to tell your husband you need about $500 when looking at this video.
Yeah, that video was kind of like, I don't love to be organized. I don't like to organize, but I like it when it's organized, right? So I did organize my office like perfectly. And then I shot a video and then I told you everything that was in the office. And that's been it's helped a lot of people. And so that one is at prizefactorymichelle.com//office. So prizefactorymichelle.com/office, but it's a 15-minute office organizational guide. And then it's like a 6-page links to all the stuff on Amazon. So if you're like, what's your lighting? What's your ring light? What's your this? What's your pens? What's
your pink backdrop in the back?
Yeah. And it's like the whole office.
You got to get the PVC pipe and put the double stick tape on and and I went and got the PVC pipe, got the double stick tape, rolled up my stuff, and it's over there. I have 3 of them. I have a pink.
Yeah. I know you went and bought all those. Do you use them, Tina, when you do your videos?
Pretty thing.
Oh no, she's like, no, I bought all this stuff, but it's over there.
It can be hard. You have to have the perfect wall and the perfect lighting. So like
have the perfect wall. So, and I don't have that wall space yet. But yeah. I mean, with Michelle, when she turned her camera around, you can see she had this wall and she had the little hooks, the little curtain hooks that you pull down your stuff and you just put a little piece of double tape right there and you can do this and you can do this and you can be Barbie Dreamhouse and whatever.
And now she's getting to teach us how you do it as a nomad, right? Yeah. How you do it from Airbnb to Airbnb.
Nomad, I'm just like, what? My background is this bed that I make it look really, really put together. And then I go live right here. There's light right here. So I don't have a ring light, but it's fine.
So did you drive down to Florida? You guys flew?
I drove. I'm a Corona scaredy cat and my husband's not. So he and the kids flew down, which was ironic. Like, oh, and you're going to just get together in a house with them. I'm like, well, I'll just, make sure they're not sick for a few days. So they flew down. I drove down because I wanted to have our car here. I didn't want to have to rely on getting in someone's car, which was 16 hours. And what is so crazy is you can drive
by yourself.
Yeah. It was so fun. 16 hours, got in the car. I stopped 8 hours at my mom's in North Carolina and just was like, hey, I'm here. I'll just keep my distance, can spend the night. Because she's, we're all trying to be careful with the Corona thing. And then I came down here. So so I got down here and I have my car and my husband's car is still up in Ohio and we move out of our apartment. We hired a company. They're going to move us out this week. So
and
then
you didn't even know you were going to stay here. So they're going to go through all your stuff, your trash.
No. This was super. Well, actually I hired a house cleaner to go in and then I've got friends back home. I'm like, can you go take all the food? So someone's been there to get all the food. Someone sends the mail down every few weeks. So someone's been there. So it's
speaking of mail, I sent you something and you probably got it.
I got it. And was it the unicorn mug? I got it and I didn't know who it was from. And I'm like, this is
on the front of the package. It said to Michelle Cunningham. It said Michelle Cunningham from Tina, because a lot of the times Amazon don't put a gift receipt inside the box.
Yes, it is the cutest. My daughter got it. It's got a lid on it and it's sparkly unicorn mug with a little unicorn stirring spoon.
Let me just tell you, it took it took an act of Congress to get that delivered to you, because they kept saying, we can't deliver it. We can't deliver it. And I was like, that's the right address. I don't understand why you can't deliver it. So it took 2 weeks for them to keep delivering it to you.
Oh my gosh. It is the cutest. It is life. My daughter was so excited. It's in the kitchen. We love that little mug. Thank you. I didn't know who it was from. And I was like, and I meant to post it on Facebook and be like, who got me this?
Like, it was like 45 days ago. I sent it to you for your Christmas gift. That's how.
Oh my gosh. It is the cutest. We love it. Thank you for that. We totally love it.
Tina is the queen at sending gifts, right? You get little stuff in the mail.
Such a good gift. Oh my gosh.
However, I get a lot of gifts in the mail too. In fact, Michelle sent me something, a whole package full of something, a unicorn hat and all these cute little things. It was amazing. But I do get a lot of cute gifts in the mail. This weekend I got some lip gloss from my friend.
You get the cutest stuff. I see your posts. I'm like, man, she gets cute stuff. I can't get too much stuff because we're nomads. We got to bring it with us. So, but I see you getting all those cute gifts. Oh, they're so cute.
I get a lot.
Yeah, we've done very little in shopping and stuff because we've been living temporarily for 3 months. But today
so
we
this week you're going to be a shopping maniac, because you have no furniture, no bed, no dining room set, no nothing, except for you do have a pink flamingo to put in your pool.
I do have a pink flamingo float, like the giant pink flamingo float that Tina sent to me for Christmas. Yes. So we will get that blown up. I'll take a picture of it. You'll be able to see that. Well, Michelle,
you or Jay can sleep on it tonight when you
somebody will use it for a pillow.
Yeah.
Michelle, so excited for you on this new journey. Your book is out. It's a fabulous read. I think it is the essence of you. Excited you're going to read another one. I always tell my clients, like, once you've learned the process and you've done one, they start to flow out of you like water. You're like, okay, I got this. I can do this again and again. And so the book, Do It Anyway, Girl, available on paperback or ebook as of today. It is a best-selling book. Follow Michelle online. Give those website links for you. Again, the launch and the online Prize Factory site.
Yeah, doiteanyway.girl.com. So it's just the title of the book, doiteanyway.girl.com is where you can go. There's a link to the book and then to our online community. And then if you want my office organizational guide, it's prizefactorymichelle.com/office. So prizefactorymichelle.com/office.
But
yeah, it is a great guide.
You will spend about $500.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
You don't have to, but if you're like me,
you might have
like,
some of the stuff already.
I need.
Well, great to have you back again, Michelle. I'm Angel Tussey. I am your media exposure specialist. We did just finish our first media mastery bootcamp of the year. I am so excited. My cup was overflowing. So I wasn't drunk from the Super Bowl, but I was pretty spent after pouring into everybody for 3 days. But like that good exhausted, right? Like just like we did something good and you just pour into. But today, for those of you who've been following, today we finally close on Dream House. Angel,
you're going to be a homeowner again.
I am. It is weird, Michelle, not having a permanent address like that. I didn't expect that like to be a thing, but it is awkward not having a permanent address, and we haven't had one for 3 months. And so finally today. So hopefully we will be doing some videos. We'll get you guys all tuned in. It should be about 4:00 Eastern time ish. Right? It's all ish. It's all
so
ishy
your
stuff.
Prayers, because God knows she needs to hurt all your prayers.
Yeah, this has not been an easy journey. It has been filled with lots of obstacles. In fact, last Friday it even include real estate attorneys getting involved. Like it has not been an easy road, but you know, we're putting all that behind us.
It's okay. Right? 4:00 tonight, you're going to be moving into your house and you can sleep in your bed tonight. I mean, not your bed, but your floor.
I have a mattress. We have the guest bedroom mattress is in the pod. So we'll have we'll have a mattress. Angel doesn't sleep on the floor. I am too old for that.
Me either. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with attracting the right clients, knowing how to connect to them, or even if you just don't know how to convert them into clients, I have a complimentary guide that'll help you grow your audience organically, online and offline, know how to connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. You can grab that guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. And of course, you can still go online to beyondgratitudebook.com. Grab your copy today for only $5. It is still sitting on Amazon's bestseller list. Beyondgratitudebook.com. It will show you all the ins and outs of how to build those relationships, attract, connect, and convert more prospects. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you guys live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Monday, guys.